Hi guys, so you're joining me today for basically what I'm going to be doing is getting my heels into shape to wear my sandals and my flip-flops so that when my feet are on show they're not looking gross. So you can see the dry area here, and on the other foot again you've got dry area here, maybe some round here, and then if I turn that foot you can just see there how it's dry and cracking. The products that I'm going to be using, and I used this in the shower about 2 months ago. I hadn't done my heels for a while and I just thought, oh, I'll just try that on my heels, and it was actually Sanctuary's sea salt scrub. Now I love this product. I use it all over my body to exfoliate, and when I do, I don't have to moisturise when I get out, so as well as I'm scrubbing, it's moisturising at the same time. So I tried that on my feet and I was amazed how good it was. And I hadn't prepped my feet before, but they were soft and supple for a good few days. Now, as well as using that, I'm going to be using one of these on one of my feet, and then I'm going to be using one of these on the opposite feet, and they will both do a good job. So I'm just going to show you that really you don't need to be running out buying one of these. A good, what do they call these? Is it a rasper? But it's like it's got a grater on, and then you pull it off and all the dead skin that it takes off lands in there. You just go and put it in the bin. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And then I've got a foot soak because I've got one of those Pedi bowls that you get. So I'm going to soak my feet after I've prepped them. And then while they're in soaking, when they've soaked a while, I'm going to be applying the sea salt scrub, and then I'm going to actually put on the Sanctuary Spore heel balm because I do love the Sanctuary products. And this came in one of the big gift sets. So let's get started. So I'm going to start off first away. I've got a towel on my carpet, so it's going to catch all the nastiness that's coming off. And I'm just going to literally start by grating my heels. And this doesn't hurt, it doesn't hurt at all, because there's a lot of skin on there that is dry. And then I just there, I'm going to do that as well because some of my shoes was rubbing, and that's actually a couple of weeks ago, but the skin hasn't. So I'm going to prep that and get all the skin off that's there, and then I'll moisturise that. And then I'm going to come to the front of my foot here and just give that on the side of my big toe. And you can just see there, can you see the things that's the particles that's coming out of this when I'm turning it upside down? So let me just get underneath and down the other side. And I'm going to feel my heel, and I can just feel under there that there's still some rough skin. So let me just go back in there. Okay, let me just feel that. Oh yeah, yeah. Right, so I'm going to give that a tap, and then I'm going to show you what's inside. Can you just see that? That is all dry skin that's come off my heel. So sometimes when you look at these products and think, oh, they're a waste of time. And I'm sure that I only paid about £4 for that. It does come with a pumice stone, but I don't use that. That does what I need it to do. Right, okay, so that's one foot. So I'm going to get this on my opposite foot. And literally, this is what the towel's going to catch, what's coming off here, but can you see the bits that's just flaking off it? It's almost like it's snowing. I'm going to do my... I can turn away that. And that's just taking that dry skin off from where my shoe was rubbed. Now this particular one that I'm using, it is from Avon, and I think full price is £20, but it was an offer. I think it was an offer at £12, so I actually bought 3 because it was such a good price, and I got my husband one, which is this, and he hasn't used it, and then I got both my daughters one. But I thought there was so good value, and like I said, you can see there, even though I'm pressing on quite, it's going round, it's not stopping and not wanting to do the job that it's doing. But that's bringing a good amount of dead skin off there. Let me just have a feel at that. Yeah, that feels lovely and smooth, that. So I'm just going to tap that. Look at that. Ooh, nasty. So I'm going to fetch the bowl now. I didn't buy this. This was actually a gift. But over the years, because I have had it quite a few years, so I'm just going to put a little tiny bit in that. But I'm not going to put a lot because when it's bubbling, it actually does bubble up. Both me and my daughters, when it's been lovely, we've sat in the garden and got this on, and we've done pedicures on each other. So it has had a lot of use. But you know, if you've not got one of these, a bowl with just some water in and some warm water. In fact, you don't even have to put any products in because it's the water that's going to actually soften your skin. So I'm going to put that on. And what that's doing, first of all, it's on the massage setting. But you can have it on massage with heat, bubbles, and bubble and heat. But I'm just going to have it on that for just a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to put it onto the bubbles. And what I've got as well, I've got 2 here. And these are just foot sprays. So, you know, on a hot day, if your feet's sweating when you've, like, say you've been to work and you've finished, if you wipe your feet down with like a wipe and then spray them with this will just freshen them up a bit. And these 2 are both from Avon. There's one, I think that's grapefruit, and that one's, what's that one? I think that's like a mint one. But they're just cooling foot sprays. Okay, so I'm going to put the bubbles on now. And this is another reason why I've got the towel underneath, because when they start bubbling it might slightly go over, but it'll not go over a lot. And the water I've got in it isn't warm. I've actually put it, it's actually luke, you know, like lukewarm, because it's still clammy, the weather. So I didn't want it hot. Now this Sanctuary sea salt, it doesn't come in that container. It actually comes in a plastic, like a Kilner jar. But what I find is the metal bits that's on it, they tend to rust. You know, when I've got them in when I've got it in the shower base. So I bought this in a charity shop, and it's just such a lovely jar that I just transferred it in. And then I've got where's my spoon? Oh, it's over there. I've got a spoon that I go into it to lift it out of. But I will insert a picture so you know what to look for. But again, that you get in Boots or Superdove. And if you do treat yourself to it, because I love it, I've used it for years and I'll keep going back to it and back to it because I absolutely love it. And I think it's around £11, and it lasts you ages. It really does, even when you're using it on your body, because you don't use it to, you know, if you use it once a week, you're not using a lot of product because it goes a long way. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off for now. Let me get my spoon. And this came with, it was a virgin bath elixir, and it was in a deep glass jar, and that was luxurious. So I've saved this, and it's coming in handy with this jar. So I'm simply going to put the spoon in the jar, and I'm going to give it a bit of a stir, and then I'm going to take a teaspoon of it. I'll just put that jar in there. I'm going to just get this off into my hand and lift my first foot up, and I'm literally going to go straight to the heel, and I'm really massaging that in. I'm coming up the foot, round the foot, and on top. I'm really, oh, that feels very nice. Because like I said, I have tried other body scrubs, and I'm going to be honest with you, out of all the ones that I've tried, I have tried quite a few, and Sanctuary is by far the best of all the ones I've tried, and it's simply because it's a good thick salt scrub. You won't use it on your face, it'd be far too harsh, but on your body, your knees, your elbows, and when you've had sunburn, and even though you've moisturised with after sometimes your skin goes white and cracked, doesn't it? Just slap some of this on gently, and you're getting the moisture from the oil while it's removing the dead skin that's cracked and drying. So I'm going to put that back in and turn it back on. Just turn that off. I'll get the next one. And again, I'm going to get it, and I'm being really generous with this. You don't have to put this amount on, but I'm just giving it a really good moisture. So I'm going to just level a bit of that off. So I'm just putting a level to it. Let me take my ring off, because like I said, it's that chunky, this salt. I don't want it scratching my ring. Take that. Take the next one out, and straight away going straight in with the heel first, making sure that there's plenty on that. Up this side, around the big toe, and then I'm coming down the other side, massaging it in all the while, and I'm coming on the top, just really rubbing that in. Okay, let's get that back in. Get this turned on. And I'm just going to rub the salt off that's a little bit up. And that does feel lovely, because it's all textured underneath your feet, so even if you're just moving it around like that, you're giving it extra massage. Under there, look, you can see there, it's so much better than before. When I started, there look, there's no white patches, it's all smooth and moisturised. But I could easily get away with not doing any more moisture treatment because of the oil that's in that. That feels lovely and smooth to the touch. But I am going to go in with this heel balm, which it says pampering moisture for dry heel rescue, enriched with shea butter and wheat germ oil. So I'm just going to squeeze some of this on my hand, and then initially, so it's having a double dose of moisture. And like I said, the Sanctuary sea salt, that's not aimed at feet, it's for your whole body. But it's just the fact that while I was in the shower, I thought, oh, they are a bit rough at the minute, my heels, so I thought I'll just try that on it, and I was really pleased with the end result. So I do it regular now, on a regular basis when I'm in the shower. But I thought I'll just come on and share this with you, how to get your feet in shape for your sandals and your flip-flops. Feels a little bit greasy on your hands, but it needs to be like that for your heel, because your heel does need a lot of moisture, because obviously it's in his shoes and his socks, constantly not getting much air. But I do have a lot of mules and sandals, so I do like to keep them in shape. Now, if they're seriously cracked, then it's just a case of where I've just done this, I would do it as many days on the trot as you need to do to get them in shape. But using great products and exfoliating, like I've just showed you, whether it's with one of these battery roller, because it's like sandpaper that's on that, so it's actually sanding your skin down. And then like, I'm sure it's called a rasper, this, but it's like a fine grater, as if, you know, like when you get cheese graters, and then it's got a file underneath. But I don't use the file, literally. This is all you need to kick them into shape, really. So, and like I said, they're really cheap, those. So I'll go and put a pair of shoes on, and then you can have a look what my heels look like while they're on show in the shoes, and then you can see why they need to be in tip-top condition. So you can hopefully just see how good they look in the sandals. That you can tell that there's no rough skin on there, they're moisturised, and there's nothing unsightly when you're wearing your heels on show. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys, and it's given you an insight that if you've got your feet with some dry skin problems, that it's given you a couple of ideas how you can sort them out and get them moisturised. So thanks for joining me, guys. Take care and see you soon. Bye for now.